All right, so I know I've been uploading quite a few playoff simulations, but we are in the NBA playoffs in real life, and they've actually been pretty fun to do. And I'm kind of just waiting until the new 2K comes out at this point. I have a bunch of cool ideas when that game actually comes out. So I'm kind of just waiting for that. But in today's video, we got the 2020 NBA playoffs, except we're going to be getting rid of every team's best player. So we're going to start off here by just going through every team and finding out which player they're actually going to lose. So starting off here on the LA Lakers, it's just going to be based off player overall in the game. So you might think a different player is better in real life, but this is purely based off overall. So starting off, Lakers, of course, they're going to be losing LeBron James. Clippers are going to be losing Kawhi. Nuggets lose Jokic. Rockets lose Harden. Thunder lose Chris Paul. Jazz lose Donovan Mitchell. Mavericks lose Luka Doncic. Trailblazers lose Damian Lillard. Bucks lose Giannis. Raptors lose Siakam. Celtics lose Tatum. Pacers would lose Sabonis, but he's actually already injured. He's not in the bubble right now, so they are also going to be losing Malcolm Brogdon. Heat are going to lose Jimmy Butler. 76ers are going to lose Embiid, so they're no longer going to have Embiid or Ben Simmons. Nets already are missing most of their team anyways, so Durant, Dinwiddie, Kyrie are already all out, but now they're also going to lose Jared Allen. So they're not looking too good at all. Magic are going to lose Vucevic, and that is going to be all of our teams right there. So I'm going to fix the rosters, delete all of these teams' best player, and then we're going to simulate the playoffs to see how different things would actually be. All right, so I have deleted the best player from each team of every playoff team, and that was actually harder to do than I thought. I actually had to do some modding because unfortunately, normally in normal rosters, you can just press A and then delete the players, but that does not work in this roster here. But we have deleted the best player on every team, as you can see as I scroll through all the teams here. So things are going to be a lot different in this playoff series now. And I want you guys to leave a comment down below on which team you think is going to do the best now. I don't think the Lakers are going to be very good because all they really have now is Anthony Davis. They don't have the greatest roster inside of 2K. I think the Clippers are probably still going to be the champions here because they have a pretty good squad, especially inside of 2K. Celtics also still going to do very good. I think the Bucks will do awful. Heat still might be all right, but I think it's going to be Celtics versus Clippers in the finals, which does happen quite a bit in our normal simulations. But I think teams like the Bucks and Lakers are going to fall off quite a bit. But let's just get right into simulation. Round one, I'm just going to simulate completely through. And then once we get into the second round's conference finals and the finals, we'll actually check out some gameplay. All right, so moving on from the first round, it was pretty much all of the top 4 seeds in each conference. OKC did end up beating the Rockets though, so without Harden, Rockets got quite a bit worse. Lakers beating Portland pretty easily. Denver beat Utah easily. Clippers beat Dallas easily. I mean, Dallas without Luka, not too strong at all. And then in the East, all of our top 4 seeds moving on. Surprising that the Pacers actually were able to defeat the Miami Heat. It did go to a game 7, but I was not expecting that one at all. Let's just start off with the second round here, see which teams can make the conference finals. Clippers take the first game against the Nuggets. Raptors take the first game against the Celtics. Lakers get the first game against OKC. And the Bucks take the 1-0 lead. Clippers take a 2-0 lead. Raptors take a 2-0 lead. Lakers take a 2-0 lead. And the Bucks take a 2-0 lead. Clippers with a 3-0 lead over the Nuggets. Celtics finally getting a game against the Raptors. OKC gets a game against the Lakers. And the Bucks take the 3-0 lead against the Pacers. So Clippers and Bucks can both get a sweep here in the second round. And that is exactly what the Clippers are going to do, up by quite a bit with only 5 seconds left in the game. We do have the bubble mod on yet again, which is pretty cool. But Clippers making light work of the Nuggets. We will check out all the stats and everything from all these players at the end of this simulation as well to see which players did the best without all the best players in the simulation. But Clippers are going to be our first team moving on to the conference finals. And then the Celtics tie up the series against the Raptors. Lakers take the 3-1 lead over OKC. And the Pacers are finally going to get a game against the Bucks on the verge of elimination. It'd be crazy if they're able to come back. Raptors take the 3-2 lead over the Celtics, and Lakers able to beat the Thunder in game number 5. So I thought they weren't going to do amazing at the beginning of the simulation, but with a guy like Anthony Davis, anything is possible. I just don't know if their bench is going to be enough to help them win the finals. But Lakers do win this series pretty easily. So far we got 2 LA teams in the conference finals. Let's see what's going to happen in the East. Starting off, Bucks versus Pacers. And with 4 seconds left in game 5, Bucks are up by 1 point. They do have the ball as well. Pacers going to have to foul real quick right here, and they are not going to do so. Bucks going to beat the Pacers. Final score 91-90, and the W in game number 5. Going to be our first Eastern Conference team moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know how they played such bad defense on Bledsoe there, though. I mean, just checking out this box score, you can see how much different the games are than how they normally would be. Dante DiVincenzo, the lead scorer for the Bucks, and then TJ Warren, lead scorer for the Pacers. But I mean, that has been happening in real life when Jimmy's not playing. So our final game in the second round is going to be Raptors versus Celtics, and Raptors can win it here in game 6. But the Celtics with a blowout W in game 6. They're going to tie up the series 3-3, our first game 7. And game number 7, the complete opposite of game 6. This time a huge blowout by the Raptors. They actually have the TSN logo, which is pretty cool. TSN is the Canadian network that shows a lot of the Raptors games. So cool that they're actually able to do that in this mod. This time I will leave the mod link in the description down below. Last video I forgot to, but this time I'm going to leave it. I hope I don't forget again. So making our way to the conference finals, we have the top 2 seeds in each conference, and let's see which 2 teams are going to make the NBA finals. Bucks with the 1-0 lead over the Raptors. Lakers with the 1-0 lead over the Clippers. Okay, I accidentally just simulated this whole round. I just misclicked, as you guys just saw right there. I tried to simulate the game, and I accidentally clicked simulate round. So the Lakers are going to end up beating the Clippers 4-1. A pretty easy victory for them. I did not think the Lakers were going to be this good, just because looking at their roster inside of 2K, of course, things are so much different in 2K than they are in real life. But with only having AD on this team as a guy over a 90 and then their second best player in 81 overall, I just thought they were going to struggle quite a bit. But apparently that was not the case because they make the NBA Finals quite easily, only dropping 3 games so far in the entire playoffs. Bucks are up 3-2 against the Raptors, though. And Bucks are going to defeat the Raptors in game 6, up by 6 with 30 seconds left. I mean, it's still possible for the Raptors to come back. It's very unlikely. Ibaka hitting that free throw right there, so lead dropped down to 5 points. I mean, if they can get the Bucks to maybe miss a few free throws, then maybe they have a chance at coming back. It's just so unlikely. Fred VanVleet going to have to take another foul here, up to 5 fouls. Bledsoe at the line, first free throw is good, and I think if he hits the second one, that might ice the game right there. So in the NBA Finals, we got the top 2 seeds from each conference making it, so not really any surprises right there. Let's see which team is going to go ahead and win it all. Game 1 goes to the Bucks. Game 2 goes to the Bucks. Game 3 goes to the Lakers. And then the Bucks take a 3-1 lead. And in game number 5, Bucks are going to win it up by 9 with only 30 seconds left in this game. And this was honestly pretty surprising to me. I didn't think the Lakers and the Bucks were going to excel very well, just because of the fact that both of them have a very high-rated player. I mean, the Lakers still have Anthony Davis after LeBron, but the Bucks, their second best player is Chris Middleton. And then after that, a lot of players drop off, and usually the lower the overall player in 2K, the worse the team actually does. But that was not the case at all in this simulation. There's definitely some teams that looked like they would have had a stronger bench and would do a little better without their superstar. But Bucks are going to go ahead and win this one. Let's see who Finals MVP will actually go to, though. Is it going to be Chris Middleton, or did another player on the team step up and bring them this championship? I haven't checked out any of the stats either, so I don't know who did what in each of these series. All right, this celebration is taking so long. Like, I do not care about them shaking hands.
One eternity later.
And here we go. Finally, we got to see the trophy celebration. Who's going to be Finals MVP? It is a black screen, but it is going to be Chris Middleton winning Finals MVP. He ended up averaging 22.2 points per game, 6.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks, shot 51% from the field goal, and 48.6 from the three-point line. So some decent stats there. Not the greatest stats ever. It's only an 88 overall, obviously. But I want to come over here and check out our league leaders for the playoffs. And these are actually pretty low. 23.7 points per game was our highest, and it came from Dennis Schroeder out of all players, which is a little surprising. Porzingis with 22. Westbrook was actually playing. He gets 22 points per game. And then we had AD and Chris Middleton. Rebounds per game, that is going to go to Hassan Whiteside, who had 17.2 boards per game. Assists went to Rondo with 10.9. Steals per game went to Nerlens Noel. Again, a little surprising right there. I am surprised that it actually wasn't Paul George. Blocks per game also was Nerlens Noel with 2.4 blocks per game. Rudy Gobert with the highest field goal percentage. T. Ross shooting 83.3% from the three-point line. That is crazy. And then Jamal Murray did not miss a free throw, but I believe they did get first round. Or did they defeat the Jazz? Yeah, they did defeat the Jazz. So, I mean, he didn't miss a single free throw in 2 series. If you did enjoy the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Next video is probably going to be NBA 2K21 since the demo comes out on the 24th, which is in 2 days. So be expecting that on the 24th.
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker.